Welcome to my video set for Parachute, the third single. I'm going to invite you all in now and show you around. Let's go. I'm here today to shoot the single for the third song of the album. It's called Parachute. Definitely one of my favourites off the album. I was really excited to be shooting this. We're in a beautiful, stately home, which I think is 18th century, so quite old. I'm being told there's no spirits, so I'm quite pleased about that. It's got the high ceilings, which gives that kind of romantic effect and that old-fashioned effect. But yeah, as you can see, if you look, it's just absolutely stunning, and the right setting for the song, right setting for the lyrics, and just a beautiful place to be. The video for Parachute is like I'm in a dream world. Me reflecting on when I was younger and I was in this relationship with a mystery man where I knew no matter what happened he was going to be there, and I was partly dreaming, partly reflecting, and then part of it's happening. So it's kind of three setups where something's different happening in each setup.
Parachute is the third single from the Three Words album. And picking what have been our singles have actually been quite a difficult process, because when the album was finished we knew we had so many great tracks. It was quite difficult to choose what order we were going to release them in, but Parachute is the song that so many people would describe as their favourite.
The story behind the song Parachute is basically the lyric says, I don't need a parachute if I've got you, you're going to catch me if I fall. So it's quite a pretty lyric, you know, like I've got you no matter what, and if I was to fall I know you'd be there to catch, and it's quite a slushy song, I'd say. I think all the songs on the album have a little bit of a difference, but I relate to them all at the same time, so definitely things I would say and things I've written about, but all with a slight edge and a slight difference. Really hasn't sunk into my head that the album went to #1 or that Fight was at #1 yet. I haven't quite wrapped my head around that one yet. So I'm just having fun with the music, and I'm hoping that each song, you know, makes people enjoy the album that bit more. I'm not thinking too deeply about it being #1, because then I could drive myself insane.
5, 6, 7, 8.
My main dancer and the choreographer for this video is Derek Hoff.
First positions, roll playback and turn over please.
Who is a massive ballroom dancer, which is an element of the song that as soon as I heard the song I wanted to do some sort of paso doble, stamp me feet, passionate ballroom thing. I just did. That's just how I felt when I heard the song. I absolutely love Derek's work, so it's a pleasure to be working with him. He's a sweetheart and he makes the day more enjoyable.
The story behind this music video is quite dark, but it's also quite, you know, kind of old school romantic. Obviously there's like a relationship between Cheryl and I, and with the dancers, with the guys, we're kind of surrounding her, stalking her, kind of like moths to a flame. And we're almost kind of like idolize her. We want her, but we can't. So it's quite a dramatic piece.
It was slightly worrying because when someone says they want to dance at Paso Doble, you instantly think, oh my God, it's going to look like Strictly Come Dancing, and that was not what we wanted.
With the story behind it, it made the choreography very simple because I basically just matched, you know, the movements with the kind of the idea of what we're doing. So the concept was there first, you know, obviously the music gives you that fantastic, you know, it's got that military drum behind it.
I've done ballroom dancing as a child up until the age of about 10. So it's something I've always admired and something I've always loved, and you know, it's something different. I wanted to bring something different, and this song lends itself to that type of dance, so it's a perfect match.
She picks up things very fast, and she's a fantastic dancer. Some things I had to tone down for other people, but with her, I can do things, you know, with like full-on dancers because she's more than capable of doing it. So she's great. I think when you're learning like a pop routine versus like a routine with a partner, there's a little bit more to think about when you're dancing with somebody else. You know, there's an awareness between each other. There's that relationship, but there's also like the dangers of like getting hit in the face, or you know what I mean. And you have to adapt to like different people you're with. It's
definitely a hard technique, the ballroom dance, but really special when it's done properly.
We definitely get very intimate, very, you know, in each other's space, and you know, things can go wrong. Things will go wrong, I'm sure, but you know, she's a trooper, and we're gonna get through it. It's gonna turn out really well.
This has actually really been probably the toughest part of the day, I'm hoping. I only kind of did an hour's rehearsal, which is really silly because you can't rehearse enough. No matter what it is you do, you just can't rehearse enough. So I should have did a bit more rehearsals, and it's quite tricky with the floor, with the high heels. Then you added long dress and all that girly stuff. But I think it's going to be brilliant. Well, I hope it's going to be brilliant at the end.